Torch run, take 2. Unfortunately, somehow the footage from the last stream got corrupted, so I guess we're going to have to come back and redo this one again. I know, chat, you're all very flabbergasted on how exactly that could have happened. I mean, I have no idea. Well, anyway, Torch, good 2-hit combo, throws down fire on the ground for a little bit of AoE. And now in the last couple updates, now that we have a 100% unoiled and fired up target, it's really due for a renaissance as far as being one of the top tier melee items goes. And I think that, as we saw in the last episode, it worked out pretty well with and without Hokuto's bow. I'm pretty confident in this being a good run. It is also a very basic type of weapon, though. I mean, there's not really too much to it. No real wacky shenanigans that you can do outside of setting up like the 100% burning an oil target. No critical, for example. So, I mean, there's not really too much to say, which is why I think it's already it's also a very good option for a stream run, too. Just don't get hit. Yeah, I know. So, yeah, we did also have to redo this run again after I did die very embarrassingly to not even a curse, but just to overconfidence in the prison deaths. Hey, it happens, unfortunately, but that's the game we're playing right now. The game of Dead Cells, where I'm going to die once again, it seems like, at this rate. Oh man, I love it. Please just continue to rally up at least the slightest bit of health. Okay. When am I supposed to be in the loop about the last episode getting corrupted? Oh no, just as simple as that. I mean, it was a very, very long run. I think OBS just had some sort of hiccup somewhere and it had nothing to do with old defunct 80s McDonald's products. Not at all. Anyway, okay. Especially because that last run that I had did have a colorless wolf trap. Unfortunately, the Hokuto's bow is still on the banned list, but colorless wolf trap is not, if I could possibly make that happen. I mean, it's extremely unlikely. There's even though I do have like less items unlocked than I normally do in this run, it's like there's still a lot of skills out there that are going to be replacing what could possibly be a very good one, colorless-wise, when I get to a curse chest. But you know, hey, Dead Cells, it's just how the game goes. There is still, and regardless of how much I do talk about how, you know, having a good or bad run can be, is mostly dependent on, you know, your skill and ability to dodge and everything like that. There is still a pretty huge amount of RNG-based aspects to it. For example, if you're going to have a real blowout type of run, or if you're just going to barely scrape by. That's just the truth of the matter. Although having, hey, a colorless bow and endless quiver is pretty nice. I do also have, of course, it'll probably eventually be replaced by something that will throw down oil on enemies. I'm talking like, that's a pretty common affix on an alchemic carbine. But for right now, it's a good way to get ranged damage with little danger to myself. Bam, and let's go. It's my favorite brutality weapon and top tactics item for 5 boss cell. What, bow and infinite arrows? Oh, yeah, no, it's great. Unfortunately, the run that I had using that from, God, it was like the 3rd run that I did for the 4th season of the showcase runs, didn't really quite make the cut, so the VOD for that one is sort of, you know, in limbo. But hey, if I ever make it public, it is still in the list, I guess. Ah, well. No, the infantry bow? You know, people were talking about that earlier here, where it's just like, people really like the infantry bow. I don't know. I don't see the hype. I see that even like when people are, you know, just kind of like chatting about what their favorite weapon is, you know, coming up with tiers for weapons and stuff like that. It just doesn't seem all that. You still have ammo management. The critical is just hitting an enemy very close to you. I suppose it's easy to take out some of the more small fry type characters when you get to you know, areas with like kamikaze bats and everything, but it's just, I don't know. You also don't get the melee mutations. Like, you lose out on the range, you lose out on good melee mutations. It's like, what do you got from it? You got ammo management for what's essentially a melee weapon. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's just something I'm missing from. Maybe that should be the next episode or something that I'm doing. Trying to figure out exactly what makes that weapon so good. As it is, let's go for the Conjunctivius. So talking last time about how the Conjunctivius should be very doable with this weapon, despite the fact that, you know, you usually don't want to take a melee weapon into that fight. Just because, hey, it is very fast, you know, it can... If you get an enemy oiled up, that's a lot of extra damage from that, too. It's like there's a lot of good things happening with the torch right now. It's just I do have to get that set up before I get into there. Well, hey, we get to see me go up against Toxic Miasma endlessly once again. And who doesn't like that? Who doesn't like seeing me die to that over and over? Okay. I love it. You don't want to go ranged with infantry, you want to be up close. Yeah, it's like you could, if we're talking about like even tactics, wouldn't you rather just have like a sadistic dagger or something? It's a very easy to fulfill critical, does a lot of damage. You know, all that sort of stuff. I mean, I guess you can get like a hunter's instinct or something using it, but I don't know. It's just, you also don't have to worry about ammo management with it. Corrupted Prison is so easy, said no one ever. I know, right? And I'm pretty sure they have like nerfed it slightly even since its introduction, and it's still as terrible as ever. Well, I mean, I guess we'll just see how it goes when we get there. As always, as always. Yeah, and that's like my favorite phrase after all. Cross that bridge when we get there. Hey, here's an infantry bow if we want to make it like a double episode. No, I don't know. I think that's a little bit... Yeah, here we go. This is exactly what I was talking about. Same sort of build that I got last time. It's a pretty common affix on getting the Alchemic Carbine, and a good way to set up, you know, oil and fire synergy. Even just by itself, it's going to be doing a lot of extra damage, and if I can just get one item, just a single item with 100% on poison, on burning and oiled, it's like that's all I need. It's all I need to get a lot of extra damage out of whatever weapon it is. Hey, if I'm lucky, maybe it'll be like a turret or something when I come up against the first cursed chest. Like I said, there's not a whole lot of items unlocked right now. Not enough to like trigger the whole like less than 20 items or whatever unlocked so you can't get achievements. But it's like it's more likely than usual. So come on, no, it'll just become the bow showcase. Yeah, I bet. I don't know. I don't think it's that good of an item. You can try and sell me on it as much as you want. I mean, hey, give me some more fuel for the fire when it comes to doing the actual episode, so that I can make fun of you like I did with the Extinctionist run. The whole thing. Go figure. You might rebuild the last run, no problem. I mean, we'll see. Like I said, this is. Alchemic Carbine, there's not a whole lot of items unlocked, so getting an Alchemic Carbine is not an uncommon occurrence, and it's pretty common to get the spreads inflammable oil on top of that. It's the Wolf Trap that is going to be the real difficult one to get. That thing is like a holy grail for using... Okay. Things like a holy grail for using brutality, because it's a lot of extra damage, a lot, you know, like a lot of rooting, utility that you get out of it. The only problem is that you have to get it colorless, and that's not the easiest thing to have happen. Make an infantry bow on run on 5 boss cell, and you sell it KK. I thought you said, for some reason I read KK. You saying you sell it on TikTok. I don't know why. I don't even use that. If you approve of it after the video, you use it as a showcase. Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, there's a wolf trap, but it's not a colorless wolf trap, and that makes all the difference. Should I start posting Dead Cells content on TikTok? Do you think that's the way to get in with the kids? Okay. Wow, that's also a very good wolf trap too. It's just unfortunate that I don't really have the right build for it. All right. No, I don't see why not. It's what all kids are doing these days, right? Right? They love it. All right, let's derail this con. If you could have any... What? No, we're not going to derail this. Did you miss the part where I said that this is not going to be the episode that gets corrupted? So come on, guys. Keep it cool. I maybe should go for the 60 kills, but like we are also talking about the sewers here, which already feels like a very no. Come on, shoot him with it so I can get the oil and fire. Good. And reveals invisible enemies. I think don't just in case, to be honest. I don't know. I am worried going into the sewers right now. The corrupted confinements, or whatever it's called. All right, let's just get on with it. I don't really think there's going to be too much else to do here, and this is definitely a run to be taking alienation, so I'm happy I did so. All right. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. They really should have just gone for the last 8 kills. It would have been easy to do with the bomb that I got right now, but I don't know. I'm just very worried about how this run is going to be going from this point. Corrupted Prison has a real reputation as a run ender, after all. What you got? Frontline shield. It's not... I mean, compared to the range and the extra damage over time that I'm going to be getting out of the... Yeah, of course. The range and the extra damage over time that I'm going to be getting out of my Alchemic Carbine, it is not worth taking right now. Maybe eventually, but not right now. Okay. Besides, it'll also be ideal for getting rid of curses, too, which is exactly what I need more than anything else. Now, what I really would have wanted was something to at least, like, replace the... Okay, something to replace the fire grenade right now, because that's not really doing me much good. It's kind of redundant with the whole torch thing. It's just, hey, it's the only object that I got that is scaling with stuff right now. Teleport up here. Okay. 4 left. Shouldn't be too difficult, but... You never want to get too overconfident after all, like I did on that last run. Oh, great. That was interesting. Okay. Wow. That was cool. Like pro level dodges, I guess. I'll just say that and let's leave it at that. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. So, Corrupted Confinement's still not any easier than normal. Alright, I do want that, though. Corrupted Prison still feels like an unfinished area. So many different enemies don't feel like they have too much thematic cohesion. I don't know, rats, the slimes, the birds are kind of like the less corrupted version of the slimes. So it makes, I think it makes some sense. This is also like a version of the sewers that did exist for the non-existent, like, corrupted boss cells that never made it into the game, which I think is why it might also feel a little bit unfinished there, because it was kind of originally an unfinished area, you know? Come on now, get up here. Do that. Do I have any good synergies on the powerful grenade? No, not really. So, guess it's just what it is. Way to do a little bit of extra damage. Alright. Still not... I mean, I guess 75% damage reduction, maybe that'll be good for the slimes right now. And I kind of want to have a little bit of extra health because, you know, hey, I can't heal from eating food, so I want to be careful in terms of that. Okay. Alright. And not going to be the smoothest challenge rift I've ever done, but it should be totally acceptable. Alright. See that too? It's not like the Prison Depths had its own unique palette. Yeah, I can see that. I can see what you're talking about. I mean, the other thing was that it's like this was never really intended to be an area that was going to exist in the game because they nixed the idea of increased boss cells becoming more, you know, making the world more corrupted. So it's like they eventually ended up reusing that for the ancient sewers. which then, of course, it's like reusing that for its own separate area comes with its own issues. Well, I mean, obviously Twin Daggers is going to kind of overwrite the whole torch run. And besides, I think the torch has actually been proving itself pretty good right now. So there's no real reason that I would even want to replace that with the Twin Daggers. No, this is working out totally okay. All right. In the meantime, I guess 100% on burning. That's what I'm talking about. That's not quite the. That's not quite the right. It's not quite the ideal weapon to have 100% burning oil. But hey, beggars can't be choosers, now can they? Get down here. Yeah. And yeah, infantry grenade just does not have quite the amount of damage you'd like to see on it, which is too bad. I don't know. Maybe I can like just reroll, see if not that. This would be more of the ideal type of thing to have on there. Nothing and 100% damage given and taken? That seems excessive. Oh well, nothing this time. I told you, it's rare to see good affix synergy, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It does mean that you can have a little bit more variety in your builds now. When you're not having to worry about getting the 100% on poison on everything, but still, it still does exist in one way or another, so kind of trying to get it working if I possibly can. Okay, and honestly, the oil and fire should take care of it by itself. Yeah, no problem. I know you can't ignore giving your... No! Again, we're not going to be derailing this episode in the same way. All right, how about you? Oil and burn? I mean, a little bit of... maybe that's just like a little bit of... too redundant. I'm going to get rid of that. As much as I would like to replace something right now, that's not really the one to be doing it. Okay. Let's, I guess it's going to be alienation and acceptance once again, but especially if I'm going to be going into an area that is not really going to give me a lot of food shops or anything, this is the build to be taking now, isn't it? All right, in the meantime, I don't know. I was kind of hoping for something good coming from the colorless item that I was getting from the cursed chest, but at the same time, it is also unlikely that you're going to eventually see that. So, can't really rely on it. It's the same thing that I was talking about when I was like saying, hey, you know, one of the best runs you can have is good colorless items plus survival, but that never really... But that only manifests itself in very specific circumstances. And how much you want to leave the game up to RNG, after all. That's why just trying to go for shops and seeing if they have like the right affixes for items, probably a fool's errand. Just attempting to get like a more upgraded version of the torch. That's way safer. And that's going to be the idea I'm going to be going forward with it in this run. All right. And this is really probably a bad area to try and take out a bunch of those tentacles from here. There we go. And there we go. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about with getting the alienation acceptance combo. Well, hey, I know that it's not common, but I do think that you can still get the cursed chest to appear somewhere in here as just kind of like a random chance. I mean, if that can happen, that's that would kind of be like the ideal circumstances right now. I have my doubts, though. Poison coming through in the clutch, though. I kind of wonder if that's maybe kind of overshadowing the torch a little bit at this point in time. Yeah, not bad. And I do think that they finally have something that's going to... Yeah, 75% damage reduction, 3 points of brutality. That's exactly what I'm looking for the fight against Conjunctivius. Yeah, okay. Oh, I don't want to use a potion charge, but hey, yeah, I guess. Let's see if I can find a good area to, which actually would probably be the upcoming area. All right, let's try this out. Very slowly, very carefully. Okay, and 2 left, done. Okay, yeah, that was not actually too bad at all. Healed up a decent amount, didn't get rid of all of my malaise, but that's not really all that big of a deal now, is it? I mean, I don't really necessarily need to have 0 at all points in time anyway. In fact, I would actually say like having a couple points malaise is pretty advantageous in a lot of circumstances. Mostly just due to the Frantic Sword. That's about it. I'm going to eventually have to do a Frantic Sword run. I don't really know what that's going to be like because I know that that's like the speed run weapon, but I don't really think I can quite I don't really think I can quite give it justice in that way though. Oh well. Guess I'll just have to see when that eventually comes up. It seems like in all likelihood it's going to be the infantry bow at this rate going on to the next episode, just because so many people are really telling me that it's better than I think it is. I don't know. I still have my doubts, but I suppose we'll see. I feel like what's actually going to happen is that we're going to be getting to a well, it works really great if you're not playing on 5 boss cell mode type of scenario, which I think does happen pretty frequently. All right. Frontline shield. Shields are good in the upcoming fight. It's just I don't really think they're going to be better than the Alchemic Carbine that I'm using right now. Alchemic Carbine that also gives me a lot of extra damage just by itself. All right, and well, hey, at least I can kill the tentacles in one hit with a powerful grenade. I still got to replace that with something a little bit more relevant later on. But anything that can prevent me from getting hit by the tentacles. I think that's always kind of the biggest issue that I run into when it comes to the ancient sewers. Just getting killed by those over and over. Well, not even getting killed, but just getting hit constantly. Same thing with like getting rid of curses with those around and everything. It's just a lot of frustrating stuff with those guys. I mean, hey, they were added in that one update where they added in a whole bunch of new enemies, and they are something that does give it a little bit more of an identity. It gives a little bit more of an identity to this area, but also makes it a lot more difficult to go through. Not quite the same thing as the Corrupted Confinements, but also not dissimilar either. I mean, you combine that with the fact that Conjunctivius is the fight at the end of this. It's like it's very unappealing to be going to the sewers. I also don't even get like a food shop. There's so many reasons why I tend to kind of avoid this area for the most part. All right. Still have not found any shops, though. Oh, no, I did, but I walked right past it. Never mind. Let's see what we got. Upgrade for the torch. Upgrade for the bombs. Whatever they want to give me, I'll be okay with. Well, there's some flammable oil on enemies, but, not really. I guess, you know, hey, if I'm going to be going up against Conjunctivius, getting like a huge amount of burst damage out of the knives is probably going to be the best idea right now. Bleed propagation is the best way to do that, but that was in the last run after all. Can't be pining for what has already passed. All right. Let's go. 15, not a huge amount of extra stats, but yes, good. Still have other areas to go through here. I don't know, still, it's like trying to find any sort of curse right now is, well, there's bleed propagation, but again, not really what I want to see. range is going to be how I finish this fight. No question at all. But hey, also like 60 kills using the keys that I got. Maybe I'll be able to find some good items around here too. Is there really only like one shop in this entire area now? 2 shops, I guess, but... Huh. I swear they used to have at least 3 prior to this. Oh, well, I'll at least make an attempt to go get 60 kills before going into the next area and kind of leave it at that. Oh, Well, here's the infantry bow. Not quite one that I would want to have, but... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I'm going through each one of these areas systematically as if I'm going to be like... As if I have enough keys to even do that. But, I guess it's going good enough right now. 51 kills. I know, I saw the 51 kills, and I'm gonna try to find some area, but, I can only just hope that I'm not gonna be getting hit too hard attempting this. Don't mess it up, yeah. Thanks for the vote of confidence, but, I always say that it's like Choke Master. Messing things up when they really matter is what I do. Good. And I was kind of worried that I might not have gotten out of there before the spiker was about to hit me again. Yeah, torch again? Oh yeah, don't worry about it. The torch, the previous torch episode somehow got corrupted or whatever. I don't know. Nobody can possibly say how that happened. But it did, so we're just gonna redo the torch. And I think it's gonna, and I think, hey, getting a good solid Conjunctivius kill out of it, probably gonna make it a better episode than last time, if anything. Yes, somehow. I don't know what you're implying with those interesting looking. How do you use those quotation marks? What are those quotation marks? You really are, and you really are watching chat answer the question. What do I think about the new DOT stuff? I think like poison is very effective. Obviously, I've been getting a lot of use out of. Obviously, I've been getting a lot of usage out of using shock lately. While fire is still as good as ever. I haven't done too much with bleed. Bleed is gonna have to be like the next one to take a look at, because like the whole like poison explosion has actually been quite good, even though I wasn't really noticing it when I was using it in the past. Especially in like this run for taking out a bunch of small enemies, it's been great. But, oh, it's 2 commas. Okay. I thought, you know, you were doing some sort of alt-tab stuff. Alt-tab? Alt-code stuff, which is the actual thing that you call that. I don't know. Come on, get over here. It's actually, like, not bad damage, but this is also why I have a decent amount of ranged items for me to be using right now. Yeah, here we go. Just lay down fire on the platforms and have the Conjunctivius go into it. I didn't even think about that, but it's like, yeah, that's actually probably an effective... probably an effective way to get a lot of damage out of this build. Yeah, that's a ticket. Okay, one more. Scare quotes. Just got to get the fire on here. Make sure I get as many stacks of bleed as possible. Yeah, no, this is actually not going as bad as I thought it was going to. Bruh. Well. Shouldn't have said anything, really. Because then I would at least not look stupid having that immediately happen after I say it. Anyway. No, it's not like I was going to get a perfect fight or anything here. And if I'm going into the graveyard, I'll have a potion charge kind of ready to go for me. So it'll be fine. It's fine. Commentator's curse? I don't know. I am overconfident in so many different scenarios that I feel like having that happen basically constantly is just how it's going to go. Like, it's just a numbers game at that point, if you know what I'm saying. They can't all be good or bad runs. Oh, God. I was just on the edge of getting hit there. And, oh, nice infantry grenade kill. I mean, even though it is doing double damage, it's really not a whole lot. So I guess I was kind of surprised that I got the kill with that. Whatever, it's fine. And this will also be enough to go afford a potion charge or whatever I need in here. 200 IQ. 200 IQ, Galaxy Brain. Ginkano. And I honestly probably could use the Wave of Denial. Even though it's an off stat, it still would be pretty effective. I'm not going to. I'm going to sell it. Gonna get out of here. We ever try Risk of Rain 2? I do have a Risk of Rain 2 video up on the channel. I just played it for a couple hours because somebody bought it for me, and I was trying to do like a thing a while ago where I was being all like, hey, let's just go through my Steam library and try to play all of the games on stream. But the only thing that I actually really finished with that was Katana Zero, and people did not like it. So I didn't end up continuing on with that. I don't know why people didn't like Katana Zero. I thought that game was pretty good. It's like a platformer Hotline Miami. But, well, what can I say? Alright. Hoggers, play more. I probably should. I mean, I do have a lot. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's like... I actually have cleaned up my Steam library quite a bit, so I don't really have a whole lot of games for, unless you want to see Bunny Must Die, or Chimera Destroy All Monster Girls. Why do I have so many games that seem like they... Anyway, yeah, I don't know. People didn't like Katana Zero. I had a lot of fun playing the game, but they're just like, nah, they weren't having it. I want to eat this food, but I also know that I'm going to get cursed in the traditional fashion soon enough. So maybe not taking that is going to be... Oh yeah, soundtrack was great. Ah, this is not good at all. Okay, there we go. Anyway, let's see what we got down here. You know, in fact, I'm not going to go down here because this might just kill me right now. I should make a beeline towards the food shop or something, and I got like over 30,000 gold. I can just do this. Make sure that it's not anything too scary. Yeah. Yep. Where the torch fails, all of my other items are picking up the slack. It's working out pretty well. All right. Come on here. Have you played Helltaker? You need to... I don't know. I've seen Helltaker and everything, but I don't know. I just gave you like two waifu type of... Uh-oh. Two waifu type of games right there. Like, was that not good enough? Sure you don't want to see the incredible tale of Chelsea and her quest to destroy all monster girls? I mean, I'd like to. That's why I have that game. Also, it's free. You ever do an Undertale playthrough? Oh yeah, I have hundo percented, and I guess I've done all the routes of Undertale, but I did that, you know, back in 2015 when it came out, so it's not up on the channel or anything. Okay. Anything else that I was going to get here? No. Why don't you take any red mutations? It's because basically I'm just very worried about dying, so I'm taking all of the defensive stuff that I possibly can. Also, stuff like Frenzy and Adrenaline has been nerfed quite a bit, so it's not going to be nearly as effective as healing me up as the build you're seeing right now. It's unfortunate, but it's just like I'm trying to go for the win, basically. And that's just how it be. Kind of a boring build, mutation-wise, but at the same time, it's like it is one of the safer ones that you can do. Good. And good. Open wounds plus torch is free win. I mean, I can try it out. Sure. How about in the next section? Why am I getting... I guess I don't really have a whole... Like I keep saying, I don't have a whole lot of items unlocked for this run, so... I guess it only makes sense that the infantry bow is going to continue showing up like this. Yes, you are one I want to hit up right now. There, and... I mean, I guess I did get the 100% on burning an oil target in the infantry grenade that I was talking about, but it's not really the most effective way to go about doing this. I did get what I wanted, though. Did get what I wanted. All right. Let's take a look around here. Oh, yeah. I was thinking I might have been able to get to 60 kills, but after seeing that Crystal Elite, I knew it wasn't going to happen. Oh, well. Oh, the rat was hidden. Come on. Come on, ref. You can't make that call. That's unfair. Anyway. All right. All right. And, okay. At least now I have that committed for when I'm going to be going into there. Oh, man. Oh, man. Soldier's Resistance is the only thing I would change here over Dead Inside. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I mean, that is one that... It's not quite as effective, but it's basically as effective. So I might as well just take it. There's no reason not to. I'm still, like... hesitant about the state of this run, though. I do think that the curse might be the thing to do me in if I really am not being careful. So yeah, Soldier's Resistance, get open wounds. Any suggestion for like a third mutation here? Because I'll take whatever, sure, why not? The run is otherwise going pretty good, so would not be a necessarily terrible thing to try and look at like switching out for a different build. 283? Poison? Yeah, okay. That'll work. Combo? The thing is, combo doesn't really work in like any boss fights, which is why I don't really end up taking it. Because it's still not too terrible to go through the regular biomes comparatively. There was nothing there. Now, there's the curse chest. I think I'm gonna do a very calculated, very stupid play right now. Count Lurk Shock. Yes. Well, okay, I guess there were less enemies coming down here than I thought. Never mind then. It seemed like I was gonna get like completely swamped by dudes, but didn't quite happen in that way, now did it? Oh well. Yeah, go get the last scroll and then get out of here. Vengeance does work on bosses. I mean, it does. Yeah, it's true. The Spite Sword, for example, I think is a pretty good way to get a lot out of that, really. Predator? I mean, Predator, maybe, but I still think that without going tactics run, I would have too little invisibility. Like, the invisibility would be too brief to actually do anything. All right, recovery? I don't think recovery is going to be all that effective, if I'm being honest. Yep. Nope, just throw all of the poison around here that I possibly can. Is there... I mean, I guess I can check right here if there's any enemies still around. It's just rats. Celebrating another one of Bertha Bash. Okay, well, anyway, that's... should I try to get rid of the curse here? Yeah, I probably should. Combo works extremely well in the Hand of the King's second phase. I mean, for only a short amount of time, though, too. Come on. Come on. That did it. Oh, okay, there was nothing else there. Good. Now I can, with impunity, go and switch out all of my mutations in the next area. Let's go! Such a good boy this year. Open up your gifts while we all cheer. Anyway, let's keep going here. 21 takes, 21 resets, 6 challenge drifts, 16 curses, including food, and no sponsorships. Maybe the worst thing of them all is the fact that McDonald's has still not gotten back to me. Come on, Ray Kroc, I know you're out there. Just give me a ring. I'll do it for cheap. Okay, what else was I even taking here? Also, I'm pretty sure Ray Kroc has been dead for like 50 years, but, you know, whatever. Disengagement. That's always a pretty safe bet. I like streaming on Twitch versus streaming on YouTube. I mean, you know, really, I think the audience is... I'd like to say that it's like, you know, streaming is streaming. Doc looking for that Zubaz Pants sponsorship. Yeah, just let me dress up like the failed Street Fighter character with a whip. And that will be the perfect advertisement. What do you mean I don't look anything like that guy? Look, as long as I got like the paint on the eyes, it'll be fine. The you know, mascara, I guess is what you would probably call it, not paint. Unless you're doing makeup like a clown. Good. And frankly, I don't know. Yeah, okay. Get that down. Oh. Corpse money. He died in 1984. Oh, man. Wait, but then who called me? And that is the new season of The Twilight Zone coming out soon. Critics call it the worst yet. All right. All right. Yeah, the new SCP that allows me... Actually, that's more like a thing from Control. Being able to talk to your boss, who for some reason is Ray Kroc. Anyway. I should still play Control at some point in time. That game does look pretty good. I'm still getting like the DLC and everything. Plus it would be another first-person shooter to put on the channel. Okay. Damn that soldier's value. I mean, it's doing it. 25% extra health is not quite 50, but at least I can eat food. All right. Let's see what else we got around here. If I could avoid having to buy another potion charge, I would like to get like a super-powered torch or alchemic carbine or something in this upcoming area, but I don't know. That all kind of depends on how well the game wants to work with me here. Demons, of course, immune to fire, but it's still doing more than enough damage just by itself. So that's totally fine. All right. All right. All right. It'll die when the stream ends. It's not a forever thing. Wait, what? To get a sponsorship? Good and good. There we go. I'm actually doing, like, kind of okay going through the cavern for once. Yeah. See, that was like a good dodge of those crystals for once. No, don't worry about it, Doc. Okay. I won't worry about it then. You know, as of right now, we are like an hour into the episode or something. I don't know why I brought that up. I just thought it's like, hey, I hadn't said anything for a while. It's the way that my brain works, I guess. Anyway. Not... You know, it's pretty good. That's... I do really want the health more than I want, like, a lot of extra damage anyway. And nothing. Well, you know, alchemic carbine is still working out pretty effectively here, too. Oh, do I want to take corrupted power? That's the question. Knife Dance is good. No, it's just going to be too... You know, the whole, like, oil burning ground. It's like you don't get the DPS off of hitting enemies with the torch, comparatively. So I'm not really going to worry too much about that. I mean, that's the whole thing with, like, damage over time types of weapons. You don't really... Oh. That's the type of thing with damage over time weapons. You don't really look for improving your stuff with base damage. Even as much as I do have the 80% on poison, that's just because it's so... I just happened to get it when I picked up that torch. Here we go. That's more what I'm looking for. It's like, I don't really think it's all that important to actually have. It's just a nice little extra bit of damage that I'm getting here. Alright, and... continue going on up into this area, get as much money as I possibly can. I think that's probably the oily carbine. It's poisonous and oily. It's just the worst, isn't it? Oh well. I don't have to deal with it. The enemies have to deal with it. Good. And there. Oh man. You know, if I can find the food shop, it should be pretty easy to find like a big hunk of watermelon in there as well. That'll get me up to full health. That will have me looking good for the rest of the run. So that's kind of the main thing I'm looking for right now. Let's see. I'm just worried. Every single time I go into the cavern, it's just the expectation is that I'm going to die immediately as I go around the corner. Mostly due to the fact that arbiters are... This is the only place where you still can find them consistently. Surviving, but that's not the same as thriving. Oh, great. Good, good. Hey. Okay, and okay. Would like to see like maybe a couple more necklaces drop as well, because you know, getting tactics, if I could switch out like 2 tactics for 2 survival, I would much rather have that. But I don't know. Do you consider caverns harder than the 5-cell area? Yeah, nah, 5-cell area is definitely going to be more hard. Is going to be harder than this, just because it is so frustrating to deal with the enemies that you only find there. All right. I mean, I'm still getting kicked to the curb by librarians every single time that I that I end up going to the 5-cell area. All right, food shop. No. I mean, I guess it's not a bad thing still, but nothing here I really want. All right. Nope. Did they add more ground shaker? Oh, right, they got rid of the food shop. No, we found this out last time too, where they got rid of the food shop in the cavern. I forgot about that entirely. That was when I was saying that I shouldn't be trusting chat or whatever. And then they were right. And then I forgot. Oh well. Yes, that people already remind me here. Oh no, this is bad. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh, great. I mean, especially as I just got rid of all of my... Okay. Especially as I just got rid of all of my, Okay. Curse-related stuff, too. I can't believe the amount of... I mean, it's lucky. It is very lucky to get a cursed chest in this area. It's just, you know. You know what I'm saying. Cursed chest, better opening it. Well, the enemy is in the attack animation. Yeah. because that means that I'll be able to kill the enemy later on and get the curse down easier from that point. Look, I know what I'm doing. He says as he dies. No. That was kind of close there, wasn't it? I don't want to fight that guy. He does have stuff, though. I don't want to fight him, though. Good, good, and... I don't like this. Yeah. Yeah, okay. 3 left. Come on, there's got to be... I've been, unfortunately, too good at clearing out this area so far. Which has been messing me up something fierce. That demon trip? No, if you actually physically touch them, they get knocked out of the sky. It's something that doesn't come up as often as I probably should have it come up. Okay, there we go. I should do that more often, really. Yeah, if you just run headfirst into a demon, they will get knocked down. Yeah, this was a very... That would have been a very bad character to fight with a curse on. Oh, and we get a cool spiked shield. I don't know. I still think that's not quite what I'm looking for. I don't know, chat. What do you think? Should I take the shield? It seems like a pretty good shield, but I don't know. I'll take... It's like it will be very helpful in the upcoming fight, but will it necessarily be better than the... Will it necessarily be better than the Sure. Alchem Carbine that I'm using? That's more of a problem. I mean, you're using that Carbine pretty heavily. Yeah, I am. It's true. I mean, it's a very good synergy with this. You know, open up an attack with this. You know, getting the oil on there. Let's just switch it out. Okay. I mean, the Carbine is probably better, but it's like this is more interesting as a run type of thing. And also will work out pretty well against the next 2 boss fights, so... Torch will be worse without oil. As long as I can get oil before the next... Oh, boy. As long as I can get oil before the next fight, you know, parry spreads oil on the enemy. It's like that should be fine. It should do it. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Let's take a look. You have 2 oils on your skills. It's true. I do actually have... yeah, both of the Sinew Slicer and the Thalaric Shock both have that, don't they? I guess it's not really as frightening as I might have thought. Oh, well, I'll still try to get a good affix on here, though. Toxic Cloud with each hit? Sure. Whatever. How's it going? I just got to redo the Torch episode, but other than that, it's going just fine. This has been a pretty good episode, all things considered. All right. So many colorless items. But yeah, clearly, as you can see, I do have a lot of things that are giving me oil on stuff. That didn't really do as much damage as I was hoping it would. Good. Let's instead just focus on trying to get as many stacks of fire on this as possible. I mean, that's going to be the only way I'm getting out of here alive. Good. Oh, come on. That was... Well, I guess it's a good thing that I left this hand so vulnerable. Anyway. Good, good, and good. And this might actually do it. There we go. Perfect fight. Yesterday wasn't a good day for an episode. Oh, no, the episode got corrupted or whatever. All right, fine. Now that we're this far in here, I talked too much about the McDLT. I actually watched that episode, and it's like, man, it was literally just me talking about the McDLT for like an hour. And I tried. You deserve a pog today. And it's like, you can't do that. You can't put up an episode where you talk about the McTLT for an hour. It's not done. It's not appropriate. Nice. No, 100% colorless, baby. I say yes. He was shit posting, unquestionably. But the thing is, it's like, you can't do that for an hour and put up the episode. You will lose subscribers. Double torch? No, that's stupid. What would that even be? That's nothing. Oh, yeah, with open wounds, that'll be good. Double torch for a hot holiday. Thanks in advance. Fine, we'll do double torch when I get into the next area then. The McJordan was God tier promo sandwich. I don't know what the McJordan is. What is the McJordan? Can we get an unlisted upload of the episode? No. No. Just go watch it on the channel here. I mean, it's not... Also, you can... People were talking about, like, just using, like, a YouTube... Not YouTube leecher. We're talking about, like, using the Twitch leecher or whatever. It's like, you can just download it yourself. I always say that it's like, you are entirely allowed to repost my content and monetize it if you want to. Ah. Oh, dang. That was supposed to be my move. There we go. It's in the VOD on Twitch. Yeah. Basically a McDouble with bacon and also seeded bun. No, I mean, that's just like a... Yeah, that sounds like a pretty solid sandwich. That's... Yeah, no, I get down with that. That's... I'll take a bacon cheeseburger at any point in time. I'm not a big fan of double patties, though, comparatively. I mean, this is the thing that I talked about last time, where I was just like, I don't like ground beef that much, basically. Hey, Sky Between Branches. Welcome back to stream 2 of the Torch. Actually, almost done here. I want to say that I have a pretty good chance at completing this run, no problem at all. Good. Yeah, I'm going to say that... Uh-oh, that might be an issue, though. There. And, okay. Oh, boy. Can't believe you missed most of the stream. There's been significantly less product placement in this one, at least up until right now, when I decide that it's like, we're far enough into the episode. We can start talking about McDLT again. Everybody, 95% of the people have already left at this point in time. It doesn't matter. We can keep the hot side hot and the cool side cool. Keep it hot, cool. Okay. And I don't really know how to approach this. That was not the way to approach this. Oh, that'll work. Oh, yes, Doc, say the thing. I just said the thing. Are you tired of your normal lettuce and tomato hamburgers? A quarter pound of lettuce on the hot side. Just die already. Okay, anyway, the new McDLT. Oh, yeah, there's a good lacerating aura. I'll probably switch out the Telluric Shock for that. If I can. Now's the time to shitpost. He will read it. No. Oh, save up for double torch. Yeah, right. I did say that I was going to go double torch, despite that being a bad idea. It is a bad idea. Make no mistake on that. Like, anybody who is here saying, no, go double torch, it'll be funny, is dooming me to failure. Well, not likely failure, but maybe like a little bit of failure. Torch and firebrands. Yeah, that's how you make a good run in Dead Cells. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Okay. What's the best jingle you will always know? Keep ha, ha, keep cool, cool. Okay, it's that. It was that thing. Yeah. That's what you get. That's what you get for going up against me. Anyway. What might be a better idea? Dude, I have no idea. I didn't see the rest of the comment. Ah, dang. I mean, double torch is definitely not a good idea, but it is the idea that people are trying to get me to do. No, not the Empire jingle. All I remember is just somebody posting that commercial with the comment confirmed for Smash, and that's the only thing I think of when I think of the Empire commercial. I'm trying to remember like the actual jingle, but it's like I'm just thinking of confirmed for Smash. Anyway, let's continue. Let's get out of here. Get enough points for NetHack. Yeah, we're doing NetHack. Well, I mean, I think probably what's going to happen is I'll be doing Isaac will go on hiatus because again, it's like everybody already knows everything about Isaac, so I don't think anybody's going to be too disappointed in seeing that series take a break and do Darksiders and NetHack. 1877 Cars for Kids. CARS Cars for Kids. I do remember that. That's like old public television, PBS stuff. Anyway, set up a JoJo reference. I hate you. Anyway. Here in my car. Da 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 cars. Do 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 do. And that's how that song goes. Ah, dang. There. Where is the end of this level? Or, I mean, I guess I don't really have the ability to get another torch. I'm sorry, but I guess we're not going to be going double torch. Oh, how terrible. I sincerely apologize for that, but I just don't think it's going to be possible to get double torch. Oh, but you don't want me to do, like, Cursed Sword or anything, but we are going to do double torch. Your meme abilities, your ability to meme is, like, broken, chat. Like, you know what the good memes are, and you're like, no, double torch, though. Okay. Okay. And okay. But the thing is, there is no double torch. There's no ability to get double torches right now. There's a skill shop and a food shop, unfortunately. And as you can see up there, Wave of Denial. So that's kind of the only options that I have for item to get right now. Somebody is mowing their lawn very loudly outside. Oh, wait, no, it's a plane. That's how you do that, by the way. Oh, come on. Good, good, good. Excuses, excuses. It's a stupid dream. You know what? You know that poem, A Dream Deferred? That dream deserved to shrivel up like a raisin in the sun. Your dream was bad and you should feel bad. There. And... Whoa, 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 don't go bringing great literary works into the discussion. This is the exact time to be bringing great literary works into the discussion. Like, what better time could there possibly be? Okay, and there we go. Nah, clearly what I got right now is just fine. Yep. And one more. Okay. That was actually like the smoothest wizard tower that I've had for some time. Or no, I'm not done yet. Shouldn't be more than a second. There, that was like the smoothest wizard tower that I've had for some time. Will you just die already? Can't parry big birds? It's true, you can't. They're too big and powerful. Alright, let's, this is what I should get. I don't have the ability to get a torch, people. We're just gonna do this. Let's take a look now. Good, and yeah, that should do it. Fine, don't let our dream go gentle into that good night. That's not the same thing. Get down here. Done. Okay, let's finish up this run already. Ice Shard's bonus to poison and shrapnel had poison cloud. Oh yeah, I gotta use Ice Shards. That was the other thing that I was thinking about using on Wednesday, but I don't know. Oh, here's the question right now: do people want to see Ice Shards for the next episode, or do people want to see the infantry bow? I think those are the two I'm looking at. Whichever one you want to see. This run has been sponsored by the McDLT, a sandwich that was discontinued in the 80s and also was an absurd concept in the first place. Infantry, ice shards, infantry bow so I can mock its failure. Yeah, it is pretty bad though. Got parry there. Okay. Whatever, no perfect fight, but at least it's working just fine. Damage is still pretty good. How'd you get sponsored? We already established this. Ray Kroc called me up on the phone from Control, and he told me that he was going to sponsor me, but I didn't realize that he had been dead for 35 years. You ever going to get that white outfit? I mean, I should already have it. There's a run committed to stream. There's a run committed to video right now where I did it perfectly. Motion Twin should just give it to me, really. There, and let's go. No? Okay. Yep. Easy fight, easy life. There we go. And thank you, Cody and Campbell, for the bits.